Yeah, see, I just want to show you how it's done. You take this in your fork. Put it in. Yeah.
Jimmy Carter was president.
I'm good, please, go ahead.
When Jimmy Carter was president, we had hostages. Ronald Reagan was able to make a statement even before was actually sworn in.
Yeah.
The hostages were released.
On the day of his inauguration.
Right.
Yeah.
So my question is really, how can we sort of duplicate that scenario
Oh.
this time?
I'm going to ask you, how do I duplicate that scenario?
I think it had to do with the fact that the Iranians perceived Reagan would do something to really get them out.
Yeah.
In other words, that he would have the strength, and that's why I'm following on what you said about strength.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm suggesting that something that you say over the next few months gets the Iranians to understand that their pursuit of a bomb is something that you would predict. And I think that that's something that could possibly resonate very well with the American public and others.
I appreciate the idea. I can't, one of the things that's frustrating to me is that in a typical day like this, when I do 3 or 4 events like this, the number of foreign policy questions I get are between 0 and 1. And the American people are not concentrated at all upon China, on Russia, Iran, Iraq. This president's failure to put in place a status of forces agreement allowing 10,000 to 20,000 troops to stay in Iraq, unthinkable. And yet, in that election, in the Jimmy Carter election, the fact that we had hostages in Iran, I mean, that was all we talked about. And we had the 2 helicopters crash in the desert. I mean, that was the focus, and so him solving that made all the difference in the world. I'm afraid today, if you said we got Iran to agree to stand down and use their weapon, they go, hold on. It's really, but by the way, if something of that nature presents itself, I will work to find a way to take advantage of the opportunity. Please. Yes.
But that's your lucky night. More foreign policy.
Yes.
You're married.
Believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. I'd like to ask you to just pass this message along to a friend. Thanks so much.
The Republican National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.